Have you ever felt like someone was holding you back, stopping you from stepping into the abyss, steering you away from a dangerous path? Even if you don't believe in such things, these stories happen. Today, I'll tell you about people who should have died, but survived. These aren't movie plots. These are real cases where science, chance, and something inexplicable merged. Why do some perish while others are saved? We'll explore 3 stories that will send shivers down your spine. And at the end, I'll ask you a question I don't have the answer to, but perhaps you'll find it yourself. 1972, Yugoslavia. 22-year-old flight attendant Vesna Vulović falls from an altitude of 10,160 meters without a parachute. The plane exploded mid-air. Everyone died. She survived. How? Doctors still shrug. She was found in the wreckage, frozen in the snow. Fractures, injuries, but alive. Why is this incredible? At that height, the body should have reached speeds of 300 to 350 kilometers per hour. The impact with the ground would be equivalent to falling from a 30-story building. She spent 27 days in a coma, but recovered. She said, "I don't remember the fall. It was like the light went out and then came back on." But here's the strange part. Later, it turned out she was sitting in the tail section, where the pressure from the explosion created an air cushion, and the snow softened the impact. Even so, the odds were 1 in a million.
2014, Japan. Mount Ontake begins to erupt. 63 people are trapped. Among them, 45-year-old climber Hiroshi Sato. He found himself in a cloud of scorching gas. Temperature, 400 degrees Celsius. No oxygen. He collapses, loses consciousness, but 12 hours later, he's found. Alive. How? He hid in a crevice where there was a pocket of cooler air. His body cooled to 28 degrees Celsius. Hypothermia saved him from burns. When they found him, he was breathing, but as cold as ice. Doctors called it the miracle of hypothermia. But there's a twist, the mystery. A year later, he climbed Ontake again. He said, "I had to thank the volcano for the second chance."
1982. American Steven Callahan sets out on a solo voyage across the Atlantic. His boat sinks. He's left on an inflatable raft for 76 days. Food? Enough for a week. Water? Almost none. Sharks circle around. He catches fish with his bare hands, drinks rainwater. But the worst part wasn't hunger. He started hearing voices, seeing ghosts, talking to them. Then rescue. Fishermen spotted him. But here's what's striking. He wrote everything down in a diary. There's a line, "I realized death isn't the end. It's just a door." Scientists later studied his notes. Conclusion? Psychosis from dehydration might have saved him. His brain created conversational partners to avoid going mad.
So what's the common thread? Coincidence? Yes, but too precise. Science? Partially, but not everything is explained. Willpower? Absolutely, but even that can't withstand such trials. There's a theory. In critical moments, the brain activates hidden reserves. For example, accelerated reaction, like Vesna's. Hypothermia as protection, like Hiroshi's. Psychological adaptation, like Steven's. But there's another explanation. Some believe that in such moments, a person crosses a threshold and something, fate, energy, God, brings them back. I don't know what's true, but these stories make you wonder, what would you do? Imagine, You're falling from the sky. Fire surrounds you. You're alone in the ocean. What would make you fight? Leave a comment. Which story shocked you the most? And if you have your own moment of rescue, share it. Maybe your experience will help someone else.